I had the pleasure of sitting down with two amazing women, Vivian Jokotade and Queen Smith, where we discussed how you can just be yourself and do what you need to do to become the best you. As we sat down and we discussed during this 6-part segment, there was so much greatness that came from those conversations. I personally learned so much, and I hope that you will learn also. Join us as we release these bi-weekly segments. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy.
Everything that you said was great.
Yes.
But there was something key about not focusing on other women.
That's another topic.
Yes. Not focusing on other women. Taking that time to do things for yourself, but understand you have to stay in your own lane.
That is correct.
You have to stay in your own lane.
That is correct.
And make sure that even as you are creating this list for yourself, none of those things on your list are things that you see other women doing.
Yeah.
Because it's for you.
That is correct.
Not what you're trying to show other people you're capable of doing.
That is correct.
So Queen, I mean, what's your take on that?
Wow. Not focusing on what other women are doing. That's, I mean, we that's what we do. It's like, what is Jessica doing? You know, I have this list, but Jessica wants to, oh wow, maybe I could trade, you know, maybe I really want to do what Jessica's doing, but she has a list for where she is.
That is correct.
So then we're discontent or envious of other people's lists. Like you just talking about cleaning, you know, those rooms. I'm like, yes, I have to go home and really have that. If my house is cluttered, my mind is cluttered. Yes. So I think just having like, not looking to the other woman because they're in another place in their life. Their list reflects where they are.
Absolutely
and understanding that you are you is very, very important.
Yes.
I think the frustration comes in when we're not content where we are and we're like, well, I really, really like Vivian's list. That list, I mean, I would like to speak better, but maybe speaking is not for me right now.
That's correct.
I would love to travel. That's one of my things. I just want to travel. Go to different countries and eat different foods. You know, taste of all the countries that I can go to. And that's mine right now, and yours is speaking. Why would I want to drop that dream to pick up yours? You know, so...
Going back into the transitions, and we're talking about our list.
Yes.
I think when you do that, you're looking at someone else's list, or you're looking to other women to figure out where you're going, or what's going to bring your joy, your freedom, or what are you doing for yourself. You try to go into someone else's seasons and you're not prepared for that season. So if you're transitioning into, oh, well, I see that Vivian is speaking and now I'm going to start speaking. You didn't prepare like Vivian prepared. So you guys are going to go in two completely different directions. And that's not going to be beneficial for that person because you're ready for that. And you're going to be prepared for that season. And that's where we have to be careful when we're looking to other women or looking to other people and going in different transitions. That transition or that season that's next, if you're looking at someone else, that's not for you.
Absolutely. And I think let's kind of I want to state 2 points. The number one is transitions. In transit, you're moving from point A to point B. And usually when you're in transit, it's you. It's not about other people. Everyone's in transit, but you are the only one that knows, well, what do I need to do to move from A to B? And I think one thing, you asked a question earlier, one thing that would really help us as women is focus. Focus. We cannot emphasize that enough. No looking around, just focus on you and watch your transition move better, quicker, or what's going to happen is you're going to feel that season in your life and you're going to have to come back and repeat it and go through that transit again, and you wouldn't be happy. You'd be frustrated. No, not me. Not me. I'll take an A, please.
I'll take that A with you.
It's been I see it all the time. You know, working with women, even myself, I don't say I don't do it, but it's just easier. You know, it's just like we go to restaurants and the food on our husband's plate looks better. Somebody else's food looks better, or their list looks better, or their life looks better. I don't know why that is, and it's just why can't you just work on yours so that you can be content, so that you can understand where you are in the season of your life? So yeah, it's focus. I think focus is the key.
It goes right back to focus.
Yeah.
That is the key thing, is focus.
Yes.
Focusing in on what God has for you.
That is correct.
And if you are so distracted by everything that you see around you,
yes,
you'll never get to that destiny that God has planned for you. And I think that is the main thing. As you're transitioning, you need to focus.
And focus articulates purpose. And that's what we're about. Focus articulates purpose. So if you're focused, your purpose in life evolves, it comes alive, you get to know what you're supposed to do better. And so if we ladies, if we can all focus and help one another focus, you know, our purpose would really evolve.
And what good is it to succeed at something you weren't called to do? You know, like if I do your list well, but if that's not me, if that's not what I was assigned to do, is that really winning or living in your purpose? Because women, we can wear different hats.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
I can take upon a task and do it well, but if that's not what I was designed to do, is that really winning? You know.